Hey, good morning guys, and welcome back to our off-grid homestead that we're building from scratch here in North Idaho. Today is an unusual day. We're up here in the apartment. We're not actually working on our house today, huh, Jules?
No, don't even have work clothes on. Just hanging out with the puppy.
You know, and so what we thought we would do today is actually turn our apartment into a studio and share some really cool stuff with you today. So, whoa, what's going on, buddy?
I said the magic word.
What'd you say?
I said puppy.
Puppies? All right, go get them, buddy. Puppies? Puppies is the magic word for Tux. That means that there's like a friend out there somewhere that he's gonna go play with. But we're not working outside today because
Seth is in town taking a psychology class, and Sarah is actually editing a video for a friend of ours in New Zealand.
let's go in here. We'll take a quick sneak peek at Sarah and see what she's doing. Dun da da, dun da dun da da. Sarah!
Hi guys.
Whoa, look at that. That's like a professional video you're working on there.
Colin and I made this set, and this is our friend John from New Zealand.
It's cool, yeah. So she's working on like color correction and all of that really fancy editing stuff. But what we want to show you today is something that's actually really cool and really important. So what we want to share with you today is a backup power system that we're really excited about because it came out from Growatt. You're probably familiar with Growatt. They make like the really big home power systems, all the batteries, the charge controller, the inverter, and all of that built into one. And they've taken all of that expertise that they have in those big home systems, and they're boiling them down into these smaller portable power stations, or as I like to call them, solar generators. So this is the Vita 550. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this guy so that you can just kind of see the quality of the packaging here. We've got on top, we've got our user's manual. And then underneath the user's manual, we've got, hey, look, we've got the unit right here. Let's see. Go ahead and, it's got a nice handle on it, kind of like an ice chest. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. And then we've got some extra foam, and we've got our accessory kit here, which comes with a car charger. That's cool. It comes with the MC4 connectors here, so you can hook it up to solar panels, and it comes with your AC power cord. No converter box. You know, one of those big chunky boxes that go on these things? Just plugs right in like a normal cord. And on the front here, well, we push this button right here and it'll turn on. I got it charged up to 100% right now because we're going to run it through some tests. I want to see how it's going to do. One of the features that's unique about this unit is the light right here. Turn it on, bam, and you've got some backup light. You don't need to light a lantern. You don't need to light a candle. Just hit the button and the light comes on when your power goes out at night. Then we've got a whole bunch of different outlets. So you got your USB and USB-C chargers here. You just turn them on right there. And then you have your AC plugs here. Turn them on right there. And your 12-volt power, that's like what you normally plug into a car cigarette lighter, plus some other 12-volt outlets here. We just turn that on right there. Now, when you turn it over to this side, you've got where you're going to charge it from. So you can charge your solar panels right here, your AC charging here, and then you can do a fast charge or a slow charge, depending on what you want right here. But that's kind of the basic overview. Oh, one other cool thing is, check this out. It's charging my phone. How would we really use this in a real life situation? You know that we've got a big off-grid power system, but there are times that we actually don't pay attention to it and the batteries go dead, or something could break and we could not have power for a little bit of time until we fix it. For you guys, you know, probably the grid goes down, you have no electricity because of a storm or something like that. And so that's how I'm kind of thinking that we would use this is in an emergency situation. But like really an emergency? Probably not. Probably the power's out for a few hours and you want the internet to work and you want to watch a movie with your family while you're sitting in the dark, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually hook our internet up to this. This is our Starlink. If you can see out the window there, you've got the dish for the Starlink. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug Starlink right into it here and let the Starlink boot back up. We also have a exterior router that we want to use. Jules, can you hand me, there's a plug right down there. Can you hand me that little white box?
This guy?
Yep. Yeah, this guy right here. So this goes to our TP-Link outdoor internet access point. We want to make sure we've got that going because that's what runs our security cameras around our place. So we'll check that out. Let's see, just as an example for you, we have one of our security cameras right here. We just took it down from where it normally hangs out. We'll go ahead and plug him in right here. Get our security camera going. Okay. And then, what else do we need? Well, let's see, what are we using right now, first of all. So we're using about 40, 42, 45 watts. It's bouncing around a little bit there. And it says we can do that for about 8 hours. Something else that would be important to us in that type of situation would be making sure that our cell phones were charged and ready to go in case you needed it for an emergency. You don't want to let your cell phone die. And then for us, right, we are YouTuber filmmakers. So one thing we want to probably make sure is that we have our GoPros charged up for filming as well. Go ahead and plug that in there. There we go. There we go. We're charging. Phone is charging. But now we want to sit down as a family and we want to watch a movie. Well, let's see if we can do that. Got a little extension cord here. Go ahead and plug our extension cord in. Come on, buddy. All right, extension cord's plugged in. We'll bring it over here to the TV. All right, we'll grab our cord here for the TV, and we shall plug it right into the extension cord. There we go. We're just gonna go ahead and turn that light off because it's daylight. It has an SOS feature as well. Turn that thing off. Go ahead and power up the TV. We've got the TV on now, and we're actually watching one of our YouTube videos here. Jules, can you show them that the TV's on?
TV's on.
There we go. We got our TV running. We got the Starlink going. We got our exterior router going, which should be connecting to our security camera here. We'll go ahead and check that here real quick. There we go. Jules, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. All right, so it works, right? We're powering our security system, or part of it anyway, right here, just as an example for you guys. So right now we're using about 150 watts, it says, and we can run this for almost 3 hours. Let's bring this down a notch to more of a real life situation. Probably don't need to charge the GoPro when the power goes out. And for most people, you probably don't need to run a security camera when the power goes out. And then as soon as your phone is charged up, it's not going to be charging anymore. So now the phone is charged. We don't really need the outdoor internet going because we just want to sit down and watch a movie with our family when the power goes out. So we'll unplug that outdoor internet, keeping our Starlink going here and the TV. What do we have now? Now we can see that this is bouncing around a little bit. It goes up and down. I think that depends on the Starlink and the satellites it's doing, but we're over 3 hours now, 3.6 hours, 3.1, 3, 3.6.
Oh, 4 now.
4?
2. So it's going around quite a bit. 5 now.
So it's going to depend, of course, how long you can run it by what you're powering. The Starlink does have that satellite thing, and I think it moves around a little bit. Plus, it's cold outside, so it's probably heating so that the snow that gets on there will slide off. That's another thing with the Starlink. It heats itself out there, so it uses a little bit more power. Your regular internet router is not going to use near as much power as a Starlink. This is a brand new unit from Growatt, and it was just launched at CES, like I said earlier. We went down there and we met with them. Tyler's a really cool guy. He gave us a lot of information about this, and they actually have some really cool brochures that have a lot of facts about it. So let's check it out. You can charge this at 500 watts off of the AC power supply, which will allow you to go from 0 to 100% in 1.6 hours, so just over an hour and a half. And then you can put in 240 watts of solar power into this to charge it in just 2.5 hours under optimal conditions. Plus, you can charge it in your car with the car adapter while you're driving to wherever you're going for your outdoor adventures. The battery in the Vita 550 will allow you to cycle it 3,000 plus times. Cycling it means taking it from 0 to 100% and back down to 0. So 3,000 times. If you did that every day, that's almost 10 years worth of use. But who is actually going to cycle this thing every single day for 10 years? Probably no one. This thing's going to last a long time. Some of the things that you can run with this would be, mobile devices, laptops, cameras, walkie-talkies, flashlights, Bluetooth speakers, live streaming lights, light bulbs, drones, CPAP machines, which might be really important for some of you guys. And then radios, microphones, projectors, small refrigerators, and small electric grills. Also, for like home backup, which is what we're using it for here, would be your Wi-Fi router, maybe a portable fan. You could run your TV, right? A computer monitors, a small blender, and lamps and lights and things like that. So far, this thing has worked great for typical home backup type of stuff. But let's give it a little bit of a torture test and see what happens when we overload it. Go ahead. We got Jules' fancy old hair dryer here, Jules. And power is on. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and hold the cold button down so that there's no heat coming out of it first. And we'll turn it to low. Low's going. And we're pulling 77 watts right now. Letting go of the cold. So now we're heating as well. And we're doing 408 watts. I'm going to go ahead and slip it down into high. Let's see what happens. It shut off. Let's see what it did. It gave us a foo error. I don't know what foo error means, but it doesn't work like that. So it won't power a 1200 watt hair dryer, obviously, right? It shouldn't be able to do that. That's not what it's built for. But I wanted to show you what happens if you overload it. Super simple. You just turn it back on, turn it off, and then turn it back on. You should probably turn off the hair dryer first. You just turn it off and then turn it back on. And then it works fine again, as long as you're not powering something that it's not designed for. There is one feature that I need to show you because you might be expecting it if you buy this unit. And you need to know what you're getting really, right? So we've got the cord plugged in here to charge it. So we're gonna go ahead and plug it in right here so that we can charge it. Now check this out right here. You'll notice it's not charging unless we turn the AC power off. Now we're charging. We can click this button right here and I'll go into like turbocharge mode. And so we're charging it nearly 500 watts right now. But notice this, you cannot turn the AC power on while it's charging. You can run the DC power, this DC power, and you can run the light, but you can't run the AC power while you're charging the unit. However, you can run the AC power while you're charging it in the car or off of the solar panels, just not while you're charging it off of the wall. But they do make a unit where you can do that. That is called the Infinity 1500. There's one more thing that I want to try with this and see if it'll actually work. It'd be pretty cool if it did, but kind of a real life backup situation here. We've got a well tank. It's got a lot of water that's stored up in there and we could use it. But what about the hot water? Come here, check this out. All right, so what we're gonna try to do here, let me set this down, it's kind of heavy. Let's set it down right here on the washing machine and we'll take the cord from the water heater. Notice it just went off and, oh man, it's not long enough. Okay, here we go. Come on, work. Will it work? It's on. All right, let me see them. And would you please go turn the water on right over there? It's going. It's hot water coming out of there. All right, it's going. We've got hot water coming out off of our little Vita 550. So that's pretty cool.
Let me feel the water. Oh yeah, it's hot.
You're gonna love this. We scored you a super good price on this thing. The original price is $529, but there is an early bird special of $429. And then we got you an additional $30 off. So for our viewers, it's $399 right now. There is a link down on the description code with a coupon code. Make sure you use the coupon code. if you're interested in getting this, but you need to kind of act now because this price only lasts until January 31st. So we hope you have a really great day and keep smiling.